Hello there, and welcome to a lightning quick session of Tactics 1600, 1700 on whatever the hell the name of my channel is. I'm not even going to talk to you people and tell you all of the wonderful explanations that, of course, I should be giving. Queen check, picking up the rook. Queen check, king check, chase him here. Queen D, king e4. King e4, f5, queen takes check, so no. So queen d2, check, king e4, queen e3, check, king f5, and there are no more checks. I could play a quiet move. Bishop c3, threatening queen f5 mate. Queen f5, queen e5. So check, king, check, king, queen, bishop c3, queen check, king here, queen check. King. So that'd be at least a perpetual, so I can't play that. Queen check, king here. The bishop check, bishop takes, that doesn't do anything, right? Queen check, king, bishop check. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So maybe just c2 check, queen c2 check. Like check takes, check, king here. Queen check, king here, and then queen c2 check. Wait, ooh, the king would need to go to a dark square, and then I can continue. Maybe that's the way to go. Queen check, king here, and then queen c2 check. If king here, bishop check, king here. No. Queen check. I'd like to pick up this bishop with check or something, but I don't see how to do it. Check. I mean, sure, I can take on b1, but he has no follow-up check. I guess that's important. Well, yeah, I guess he has queen d6, queen d6, king e8, queen e5, king d. He looks like he gets enough play there. So I'm missing something, I feel. Queen check, king, bishop. queen check. If takes, check. King here. Queen check. That definitely feels like it gets somewhere. Maybe just picking up the bishop in that position. So for example, queen check, king here, check, king e5. I could pick up the bishop, but it's not with check. Queen check, king, queen check, takes, bishop check, or queen takes c4 check. So queen check, king e4. I don't get it. What about this one? What about queen h7 check, king e2, queen takes b1, or king e2, queen c2 check? I don't think. So I guess if I do that, you're sort of giving up on mate, right? So like queen h7 check, king e1, queen takes b1, and now can I? If queen takes b1, queen d6 check. If you go this way, it's a perpetual, right? Queen check, king g7, queen e5 check, king back, check, queen here, check. If king back to f7, then there's h6. Yeah, so this is too much. So can I run away the other way? Check, king e8, check, king d7, check, king c8, and then I'm going to hide here on a7. And if check here, I can bring my bishop back or my queen back. Okay. And my bishop and my queen will cover the d8 square. So promotion is not so much of an issue. Okay, all right. So takes, check, king e8, check, king d7. And he doesn't have f5 check. My queen covers it. All right, so I think that problem ends a little bit too soon. Morzevich game. And out of checks. That's funny. My king's in the middle of the board, but she doesn't have any check other than like giving up a piece. Damn. And if you try for something active, I can just trade. Actually, better is this, isn't it? Damn. All right. 7 comments. I don't care about the comments. Wrong moves. Queen d2 check. Queen d. I said I don't care about the comments, but there's a very interesting comment here. This is problem number 12, 35, 42. And there's someone's commented about some chess-based article about how masters solve problems. I'm going to pause this and look at that. It's such an old article that it doesn't exist anymore. So is there an alternate? Does it give queen d2 check as an alternate? No. So queen d2 check and oh, so you don't win. Okay, so that's why yeah. Whoops, whoopsies. That was a bad one. That was a blunder for me. So bishop d3, that was the error with that line. I just thought that I was not checkmating. That was the problem for me. And this is like at a more I wasn't checkmating, and this is a more clear way to win the rook in one move instead of 2 moves. So I decided on queen h7 instead of queen c2. Not all right. Whatever. So I think I can make a passed pawn here that will create a winning endgame for me. Or a drawn endgame after h3. No, my bishop covers the d4 square, so after h3, so like b6, h3, b7, pawn check, bishop takes, queen h4 check, king g1. He doesn't have another check. So b6, pawn takes, threatening b7. And it doesn't look like he can stop it. There's no way for him to stop b7 without giving up another piece. So pawn takes, and he can't cover the b7 square. So he'll need to give up the bishop. So yeah, this is the exact line that I considered. So after g3, bishop takes, queen h4 check, king g1. There's no follow-up check. Bishop takes. Yeah, if you go to h2, king h2, you lose. But here, ooh, take with the rook or take with the... Ah, that's... Yes. Okay, so that's the last trick, right? If you take with the rook, now he has queen e1, king h2, queen h4, perpetual. But if you take with the bishop, you survive. Well, not only you don't. It's not you survive. You perhaps you win. Nice, nice. Uh, and the reason why it's not just surviving, it's winning. It's because the queen has a lot of difficulty finding something productive to do in the position, whereas the rook and the bishop, if you separate them, you're not going to be able to do much, but actually they're going to escort the king over to c4. You're going to walk with the king and the rook. Like, it's going to look like this. Check, bishop back. The queen has to find something productive to do. So let's say she goes to h4. Now we're going to play rook here. And we're going to slowly like cut off the pieces. So let's say here, the queen needs to continue to cover f2. So let's say let's say queen, rook, queen check, king, queen check. And now you have a choice between bishop h3 or rook h3. Let's say bishop h3. And I'm gonna continue to move along with my king. So and you can see she's starting to run out of checks. Just slowly move my way along. Because there are no weaknesses here. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Tal. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mikhail Tal with the black, with the queen. Damn, son. Just played a tactic against Tal. Okay. Mistakes made in this position. A6. A6. Why A6? What? What does A6 do? A6. What is the idea behind A6? I don't know. If someone understands why people play H6, you can inform me. Maybe H6 and the idea is H3, B6. Maybe that's the idea. B6, and the idea is to promote on A8 without allowing the bishop to sacrifice itself. So this pawn takes pawn here. And now maybe you can get the full queen. A6, B6. So takes, takes. And now what? Huh. A6 might not be so bad, actually. Let's see, A6 and Queen H4 check. King G4. And queening is coming. So yeah, I'm not so certain. A6 maybe is a passable move. Maybe I understand that a little bit more more now. A6, but the biggest mistake that's made in this position is G takes H3, which is, so after here, G takes H3. People play G takes H3 here. And that's not such a good move because of this. I guess. So if G takes H3, Queen H4 with a perpetual. Next one. This is going to be the last problem. It's like 1 a.m. for me. Rook takes, queen takes here. Queen takes e2, queen takes, Because he's threatening knight f7 check, right? Or knight f2 check. So queen check, knight f2, king here, knight takes. If queen takes f8, the knight goes away. That's just equality. I also have to watch out for like bishop b7s. Huh. So what if instead you took here queen c2 and now queen a2? Rook takes, queen c2. Oh, wait, not queen, rook a2. What about rook c1? Well, then queen takes e2. So rook takes, queen takes a2. And queen doesn't have c1 check. Queen has b1 check. So if queen b1, I can go rook back to d3, and now she's trapped. So rook takes queen, rook a2, queen a1 check is her only square, rook d1, and she's trapped. There we go. Okay, that was a difficult one. That was a difficult queen trap, actually, because you have to see how she snakes her way out and how you find that one last move that locks her into all the squares. I find those difficult. I always think queen traps are difficult. Probably because I'm stupid. Alright, well, that was it. Ta-da! You probably learned next to nothing not because it was a bad session, but because you are all brilliant people. So thank you for being brilliant and being here with me on this very short session where we solved only like 4 problems and we had wonderful deep conversations about life, happiness, and whether or not you put eggs on top of your pancakes. Goodbye.